Hey, crypto heads, it's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show. It's boys' night out. Denise is off tonight. She's got Everett's birthday, I
He
believe.
was
She's coming
fired
to
because
work.
she has such a bad attitude.
Yeah, we just decided, you know what? Back to just the two of us. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, everybody just give a quick shout out to Everett. Happy birthday to
Happy
him.
birthday, Everett.
Happy birthday, Everett. So, yeah, it's just two of us, just like old days, man. Or, yeah, well, like old days.
Kind of
So, how you been this week?
tired.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's what I do for our two fans.
Exactly. Thank you, two fans. I am just before we get into this. Usually, I have Denise's help, and actually, usually we're stepping on each other's toes to get your comments up. But if we get behind, not that there's going to be like so many people, I'm going to be overwhelmed. But if I get behind on comments, I'll try to get caught up. And but yeah, anyways,
I won't. I won't try to get caught up at all.
No, he doesn't do anything.
I can't. I don't even see any comments unless you guys put them up.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
There's our first comment, Mr. Eddie Pence. What's up?
Well, there's our first fan.
What's up, Eddie? How are you doing tonight? What's going on? Have you done any ghost hunts lately? Let us know. But yeah, we haven't really done a whole lot this year. Most of that's my fault because I've been
you have stuff you're doing.
Yeah, I've been taking all the time off for like doctor's appointments and stuff to get ready for this surgery at the end of the year. So it's been kind of boring paranormal wise. Thank God we have this show because that's probably the most paranormal that I've been diving into, is just talking to you guys, which is still great because we get to do that every week.
But... yeah, it's just awesome. Yay. We're just messing with you, know it.
Great. Wonderful.
Yeah. Awesome. So when's Denise coming back?
Well, I think next week, but we'll have to see because I know she's gonna be pretty busy too with MadCon. Actually,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Eddie just mentioned MadCon is next weekend. Cannot wait. I'm wearing my favorite MadCon t-shirt. But yeah, MadCon was at 6. It's MadCon 6 already.
Yeah, 6.
So wow, cannot wait. There's going to be a ton of vendors there. There's a ton of guests that are going to be there. So I mean, hopefully you guys got to come out. It's all going to Madison Seminary and Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. So it's a good fundraiser that we're involved with every year. We love Madison. We love our MadCon family. And yeah, I can't.
And they usually have cookies.
They usually have cookies. Yes, they do. Yes, Mama Kimmel will be there cooking up a storm. Probably making some sloppy joes, burgers, and dogs, and
walking tacos.
Yes, walking tacos. Probably some cold cut sandwiches for you. A couple bologna sandwiches. Ice cold Pepsis.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
No, I seriously.
Already.
Yeah, 6. I can't believe it. We've been every one. Well, we've been there from the beginning, yeah. So I guess.
Yeah. We've missed the other ones, but we've been there since the beginning because that's our favorite place in the world.
Yep.
So.
Yep, that's our favorite. It's okay to play favorites.
Yes, it is. That's been our proving grounds for a lot of our newer teammates. Some of them didn't make it, but
it was my proving ground.
Right.
That was my first investigation.
Yep. That was I dragged you on that. Well, I didn't drag you. You
no, I was like, I'm getting in there.
Still think it's funny though that you don't like horror movies, but you wanted to do that
because there's no music in that, and I'm not even sure because yes, I've heard stuff, I've seen doors move, but if I saw a ghost, I don't know if I might shit myself.
Do you think? I mean, if you had like a real ghostly experience, like you saw a full-bodied apparition,
I would think it'd be so awesome, but I know I would be scared the fuck. I would. It would be great. It would be awesome.
As long as you don't yell out, "Run, dude, run," and then hightail it out of there,
or get it. I've been watching Ghostbusters.
Nice. Just rip your shirt off and start flexing. Come at me. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen
I just
partial apparitions, and I don't know. I get
I
that feeling,
haven't.
like everything drops to my gut, and like it feels heavy on the floor. I'm like, oh shit! Like when I saw that first apparition, the first apparition I've ever seen was my first time at
Mansfield,
Ohio
right?
or at Mansfield,
Yeah.
yeah. And dude, I never felt that feeling that deep since then. I mean, it was insane. Like it just everything dropped. Like my heart started beating. Like everything dropped. The energy was insane.
Yep. See, I
And
haven't. I think I saw
yeah,
that. Like I said, I think I saw the shadow person by my bed that night.
hmm
I'll go down saying that I beat the shit out of that shadow person, or at least scared it off.
right. What is up, David? Hello from 727 Paranormal Life in Clearwater, Florida. Hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks for following.
It's
You
hot
guys
down
have
there.
any questions, especially some of our new folks? We're kind of like just kind of an open book tonight, so we'll pretty much
We're idiots
jump
if this is
down.
the first time you've been on our show.
Right. Or we're smart because we're the last ones to call ourselves professional. So this is well, I'm sorry, you're professional.
I
There you
told you I have a I have a document that states that I am signed by Casper the Ghost.
go. I'm like your document printed off a print shop
It's
doesn't count.
Microsoft Word or publisher.
And Andrew said we saw one with Sean Gilmore in the Civil War side, or do you see the same thing I did? I've only seen, of like as far as apparitions, the only I don't know. It wasn't a full body, but I saw like it was really quick. And Amber had felt the same thing at the same time as when I was there, and Ectovision was filming their episode there, and we were just setting up, and it felt really weird in the Civil War. It always feels weird on the Civil War side. It always feels like super heavy, like it's hard to breathe. Like those stairs are really nothing compared to the other side of the building when you're just constantly going up and up and up. But when you get to the top floor of the Civil War side, it's like I have a hard time catching my breath. But we were setting up, and we both felt like this crazy like energy just spike. And Amber said she saw it after I had mentioned it, like a half an hour after, because I didn't know. You know how it is. You like don't know if you saw it, but maybe you did. you
Hmm.
know. So she was able to confirm that she had seen it too. It was just a blonde lady with like just like a white nightgown. Like I'm not gonna say Victorian dress. It was just a white nightgown. Like somebody that just was like in their bedclothes. Just kind of really quickly like dart up the stairs
Hmm.
around the corner. Like we saw her kind of like peeking around their
Right.
stairwell and then just disappear. It's like, oh, that is so weird. But yeah, I have seen apparition on the Civil War side. Probably the most active places in Madison have been the Civil War side for me, especially in the basement, and
Yeah.
then of course the attic over on the other side.
He agrees you're an idiot.
Yeah, right. Right. Hey, I'm not afraid to admit it. I've done some pretty stupid things.
Oh, yeah.
I think we get scared. Our group gets scared more just from me like tripping over shit and making noise than we actually do from ghostly experiences.
What's on my stomach?
Oh, we all have that. We got to just stop eating
I
shit
have
before.
basically. I've basically stopped eating before.
Yeah, yeah. No piling on the pizza or going out for a big meal before because feel gross halfway through and you start hearing that and the demonic growls coming from your stomach. It's no fun.
I swear mine have said whole sentences before.
You're right. Right. Especially with all this medicine crap I'm on for the weight loss program.
Oh yeah.
My stomach is constantly gurgling and making noise. Dave says, "Where are you guys located at?" We are in the greater Akron
Clearwater,
area.
Florida.
Right. I wish I was in Clearwater, Florida. Damn.
No,
Actually,
Akron.
no, it's not. Yeah,
Akron,
we're from the
so
Akron area. Yep. So Ohio. Yep. So we're lucky because we have a lot of places within, an hour or two either way you drive in Ohio. No matter which direction, you can find something.
I'd like
But
to have something within 20 minutes. That would be great.
oh, dude, that would be so amazing. Well, I think we're going to be one of our teammates, Tina. She's actually our team psychic. She's having us over on Saturday to investigate her new home, which is an historical area of. Well, I mean, actually, most of Akron is old. I don't know what I'm saying, but her house is right over there by the Perkins Stone Mansion, like right around the corner from it. So, and her house is definitely has some history, and it's kind of cool because it's kind of like a Scooby Doo house. You just keep going up, and like there's like a I call it the servants stairwell. It's not really that, but it's like a real short that goes up directly upstairs. But it's pretty cool. And I think it was set up almost as a boarding home before she had it. Because like
Well,
all the
those old houses, they divided them up so many times sometimes. And then I think some people go
right.
through and they do clear them out,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're completely cleared out.
hmm Yeah, I think this is like a boarding home or like where people just rented rooms to stay because a lot of the rooms have like key locks to get in and out of.
Wow.
So it's like people had their own room and they would stay there. They just would share a kitchen or whatever. But um yeah, we're gonna do investigating this week, and I'm excited, man.
Yep, yep.
Um, and she's got activity that she's been experiencing. I was just telling Mike before the show. What spurred this on for like we were been talking about since she's moved into that place. But she actually had something launched from a counter across the room. It wasn't hanging on the wall, so it wasn't like somebody knocked on something and it just fell. It was laying as a little sign. It's like a little decorative sign that she had laying on flat on her counter behind a paint can. They didn't see it actually lift up, so they don't know how it got airborne, but it launched like it went straight across the room. So something there through it.
Like
She's got
we're gonna investigate it, but my first thought, gnomes.
The first thing you go to is gnomes.
Sounds like a gnomish thing to do.
Oh god, dude. Oh, okay, cool. That's what David said his girlfriend's from. She's from Niles.
Niles, all right, by Warren.
Yeah. Yeah. Our friend Andrew is from Newton Falls. That's kind of out in the
Yeah,
same-ish area.
same area.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. So we're gonna go check it out. Gonna take the spirit box, some other gear, and see what we can get. That's pretty much. We don't do the whole video setup or anything anymore. It's too much work, and
Way
it's
too
kind of
much.
like
I don't have time to watch that shit anymore.
no, we don't, and especially
It sucks because you never
feel
know. You could be catching great stuff, but
right.
I'm not
But
going to
you feel
watch it from it.
But you feel the pain of what I go through now because you got a little kid running around screaming their head off and constantly, and you know you're busy with them, so it's not like you have alone time to actually go through hours and hours of
No,
videos from different angles and
my alone time consists of me trying to mow the lawn and everything before.
right. Yeah, I get you. So it's pretty rough. So we just we do what we can to gather evidence and review it like real quick,
Right there,
right on site, like real time.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of burst recording sessions with EVP. We'll just go for 5 minutes and then we'll take a break, kind of go through.
We need to get a speaker. We need to be proactive and get a speaker. I gotta find out about that because we always, we're trying to listen to it, and we never have a speaker for it.
Yeah, well, part of that too is because I freaking have an like my favorite recorder is an old ass recorder, so it's not like a Bluetooth.
No, mine isn't either. No, mine needs a speaker attached to it. We always forget to have the speaker there.
Right. So we need to do that.
Yeah.
so we can all sit around it and figure that out.
Yeah. I
David
have to
said
go
he's going
check
through
one
a
up. I
bureau
have
right
to
now.
go
God bless you, buddy.
go to Five
Have at
Below
it.
anyways. So
Hey man, if you catch anything on those videos, let us know. Send it to us. Oh, it's just hey, depends. Share your 5:30 a.m. evidence at Prospect with Goose. Prospect Place down in Trinway, Ohio. That place is pretty freaking active.
yes, it is.
I don't know how it was for you guys, Darren and John. I'm sure it was amazing, but yeah, that's that's the first time I felt like touched by something and by a, by a ghost or whatever you want to call it. Um, oh, I'm assuming that's some sort of joke. Yeah, David, let me know, or just actually, if you have a web page, just throw it up. Feel free to share it with everybody. Show up the link, and we'll definitely check it out. Um, I don't remember. Oh yeah, and this was actually you weren't with me. This was the first time I was there because I missed the first time that you
Yeah.
guys.
You weren't with me
And then
the first
yeah,
time. Like, yeah, you guys went after that with
hmm
the smaller group.
yeah. Well, we went to we got somehow I got invited. It was somebody we were working with. It was some remnants of our first group. Were still with us at that time when we first started our chapter of Dark Alley. Have since moved on or just have lives where just they can't fit in ghost hunting as much as they would like to. But we got invited to lunch by one of the caretakers there, the old regime before there's actually a council there that have cleaned the building, have been fixing it up. The place, from what I hear, Darren and John and Eddie might be able to back me up on this, but it is so much better than it used to be
Really?
as far as cleanliness wise. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta check that
Um.
out.
Yeah. So, anyways, sitting up there, we're looking at a picture of, I believe, the matron of the house, Mrs. Adams. I'm sitting there, we're just standing there looking. We're looking around the room. I'm standing next to Julie, who is kind of an off and on again whenever she can teammate of ours. Um,
She's a PRN whenever she wants.
right, yeah, whenever she can.
Mhm.
We have a lot of those on our team, which is fine. But I'm standing there looking at it, and she's standing like right here in front of me, kind of next to me. And all of a sudden, it felt like I don't know if like when you were in like grade school, like your friend would come up behind you and like throw their knee into the back of your knee so
Yeah,
that you would like fall forward. That's what happened. It
yeah.
felt like somebody kicked my knee. Like I have bad knees, but that was years ago.
And I
My
wasn't
knees weren't
there, so I
right.
didn't
You
kick your
weren't there to
knees.
right. And
The
it was just actually it was only me and Julie in the house because uh
other
Aaron,
two.
the caretaker, and our team psychic had gone like to the house across the way to warm up our lunch because there's no stove or anything to do it in the house. So yeah, it was crazy. And then I heard it. I almost immediately heard a disembodied voice. The second time I was there was all of us and a few extras. We were in the women's parlor and we were getting some pretty interesting things happening. I saw like don't buy into the whole orb thing. I'm not saying all orbs, ghosts can be orbs, but not all orbs are ghosts. Let's just put it that way. But I saw these huge glowing lights going up and down the light as we were trying to talk. And I'm like looking back and I'm like looking at the road, like seeing if there's cars going by. There's really not a road that would
No,
on
it's
that
just
corner of the house.
no.
It's like all field. And then, you have the river like about a quarter mile back. So it wasn't getting any light play. I was checking, trying to debunk, doing my due diligence, making sure it wasn't anything paranormal, but couldn't figure it out. And I didn't again, it's one of those things I didn't say anything because I just chalked it up to something interesting. And then the lady who used to be in our group, I think her name was Jamie. She's somebody that used to work with her, somebody worked with her that knew her. Said she had heard the same thing too, and she was actually starting to feel nauseous when it was all happening. So
Okay.
just a lot of cool stuff, a lot of disembodied voices we've heard. It's a cool place. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely look into it, especially now. And they
Prospect
do
place.
ghost. They do a lot of they do flashlight tours now, and you can just take a historical tour. So they have a lot of events going on. I'm assuming, especially now with it being spooky season.
Spooky season started? I think it has.
Technically, yeah, Saturday is the first
Yep.
day of autumn. So
Yep.
the autumn equinox is Saturday, early Saturday morning. Nice.
Apparently, I fell asleep out on my porch last night and was snoring, and Kate could hear me through the window because she was watching American Horror Story, and I was just out there. And then the next thing I
Yeah.
remember her saying, "You could go to bed." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I can hear you snoring from inside the house." She goes, "I hope some people walked by."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dave, it's not something like I could count on. I could count on less fingers than I have on one hand how many times I've been physically touched. So like that time in like I think one time in Madison, I had my keys hanging on and I was doing a solo session on the second floor, and I was just standing there, and I of course I checked to make sure like my shirt and hoodie wasn't like all torn like tangled up in them because it was like the hook, the super clip that held my keys onto my belt loop. And but if I felt the tug, like something pulled straight down. Because as we know, Madison Seminary is like there's always like some childlike shenanigans going on. It's very,
Misdirection and stuff.
yes, it's the house of misdirection. So, but yeah, it's like 2 times definitely I could say it was some kind of paranormal physical interaction. But other than that, I mean, besides like feeling like weird and queasy, like around high energy areas, I've never been scratched and never been hit. Um, I've channeled by accident a few times, which scared the people around me. But yeah, I mean, what about you? You've never been? Well, no, you had your hoodie pulled back once,
Tugged.
didn't you?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
back of my
it was the
jacket
same
tugged.
night.
Yeah.
I think it was the same night.
Yeah, it was my first night there.
That's right.
Mhm.
And then somebody screamed Nick's name out loud.
Yep.
Who was a member of our old team?
Well, he heard it. I didn't hear it,
Yeah,
but it was on the recording.
I heard it from upstairs because I was
Yeah.
about to do my session in the attic alone.
For some reason, I didn't hear it.
And I like down like, what? Who's screaming? Why is somebody screaming Nick's name? And then you're like, oh, somebody pulled my jacket. I'm like, holy shit, man!
That's
I
right.
come
There
up
was a
here.
foot stomp right behind me.
Yeah,
And then Nick.
I'm about to do a solo session in probably the scariest section of Madison to be alone in, and you guys are getting all the activity down in the map room. It's like, no, what the hell's going on? Let's see, let me get caught up here. Oh, yeah, it is active, man. It's all kinds of stuff.
You guys are hardcore, man. Mine
What's up, Mike?
It's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, oh boy, it's time to start thinking about heading home.
Right. We keep talking on the show. We got to get back to old licking, Darren. And I'm like, last time I was there, I didn't get there till almost 11, and I didn't last long, man. I was only there for like 2 hours, I think.
Yeah,
because it took me forever to drive from Cleveland all the way down there. I didn't get there till late, and everybody was already had done like one session in the building. I was tired. Yeah, but I'm hard pressed to last past midnight anymore. John says sometimes people don't realize they have been touched. Yeah. That, you know what? I have filled the cobweb stuff quite a few times. Yeah. The cobweb feeling when you're walking through an area.
Yeah, I get that. I've had that a couple times.
I've had that a lot in the basement, like the jail area of the Lake County Historical
Oh,
Society.
really?
In the poorhouse. Yeah. And it was like so bad. Like I actually was like looking like, oh, gross. I hope there's not a spider on me because it was so heavy feeling.
Wow.
I could feel it. And I'm like looking around, there's no cobwebs whatsoever.
Yeah.
And Kathy is just looking at me like, yep, like that happens.
Like I felt the electrical energy of it. I don't know if that like makes sense, like the cobweb feeling, but not.
Yeah.
It's more like a tingly.
Yeah, tingly. Yep. I felt that too. But the cobweb thing, that freaked you out, man. because I have a little bit of arachnophobia, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nobody
just
wants to see a
I'm more
spider,
afraid.
right?
I'm more afraid of a spider being on me than it being like spiritual energy. But
Oh
I don't
shit.
know.
Spiders are crazy.
Dennis Dope, buddy, what's up? Hopefully we see you. You better be coming to MadCon, man. And I think we were just talking about that actually. So yeah, I know you are. Never mind. Disregard.
Medcon. Ooh.
Cool. It always kind of bothers me that there's so many haunted
Parent
elementary
student
schools.
conferences.
Oh yeah, that too. Luckily, my kids are pretty set, so we don't really have to go to too many of those. Um, but yeah, it does bother me that there's so many haunted elementary schools,
Like
like
what the
Post
fuck?
Town. Yeah, like Post Town. I mean, yeah, it's an old creepy building, but why is it haunted? I mean, but then you do your due diligence and look up history, and you know that there was a huge train accident somewhere close by, and they brought people there, and it was like a triage center. You
Mhm.
know, all kinds of stuff that you find out if you
Got a
do
little bit
your
of digging.
research.
Yep.
Yeah. But you just really don't want to go in an old elementary school and it be a bunch of dead kids. You know what I mean? I mean, I hate to be so blunt, but it's
Dude,
not not one of
I
my
mean, yeah,
favorite
that'd be
things.
sad, but that would freak me the fuck out, man. That would put an end to my ghost hunting career. That would, I'd be
Right.
like, I'm done. I'm staying in my house forever.
Right. Dennis said he felt that at Mansfield. I could see that. Yeah, and I don't know if it's because I don't understand them or because I just don't want to understand them. Like I don't like the thought of it being haunted because some kind of tragedy happened that children were involved with. But like I
I,
said, if you do,
I can't even
but
watch.
nice.
I forgot what I was going to say.
You said you can't imagine something.
I can't imagine a lot of things.
Yeah, I went to Middle Point with our friend Peggy and Patience, and I mean there were some small things happening, but yeah, nothing to. I mean enough that I'd probably go back if I had the chance, but
I know what I was going to say. Like, I don't even
I'm
want
not like.
to.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm sorry. I
Go,
keep
go
it.
ahead.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Go.
Shit. Now I can't remember what I was talking about. I'm just joking. Like, I don't watch those serial killer ones or like the true crime ones when there's kids involved.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Bleh. Like my wife watches them and gets just all pissy. I'm like, why are you putting yourself through it then?
Right. I don't know.
You already know at the beginning what the story's about.
Nope. I'll skip those.
And now you're gonna go down the rabbit hole watching the show, like getting the grim details of it. No, thank
No,
you.
no. I just skip them. I don't like cold cases either. I want solved.
Hmm.
I know that there's a conclusion.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I'll stop halfway through if they say, "Well, this is still some ongoing." I'm like, "Nope, I'm not
Dave
interested
says
in
he
the
believes it's
news."
yeah. So Dave says he believes it's the amount of traffic through the school. So I can see that. I mean, if you're looking at
Energy
like,
wise,
yeah, yeah, why not? That could be. I mean, most
think
old
about
schools
how
are
much
built of brick.
emotions were in those schools.
Yeah,
How many kids were made fun of? How many stuff like
yeah. So you
that?
basically have a big recorder of emotions and energy, and just
Yeah,
keeps playing itself over and over again.
I would
Now
say
it's the
probably
time.
residual a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now it's like I mean, I would say I wouldn't want to walk into an intelligent haunting of a child at a school, but I don't know. Just my opinion.
I don't
I
want to walk into a children anything, man. They've always freaked me out.
John
My
said
kid
if he
freaks me
dies at the
out.
last place he's haunting is the school. Right. Like I'm gonna go back to school now. I hated it when I was a kid. Why would I go back?
I don't know. I might go back just to cause some trouble.
Yeah.
Make some kids really afraid to go to school.
Yeah, right. Scare the shit out of the bullies.
That's right. Get me a page in their yearbook.
Most likely to be haunted. Wild Bill, what's happening, brother? But yeah, I don't know what is your favorite besides Madison. Let's like take that off the of the places that we've investigated, or I guess the types of locations, like schools, seminaries, asylums, jails, what, or even like historical houses, like museums and stuff. What
Mhm.
is your favorite? You have a favorite, or is just they all kind of equal?
They're all kind of equal, but it's usually about the building. Like jails, I love
Hmm.
because the architecture, the old jails
Good call.
in the
Yeah.
seminary. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
the building kind of will push something over the edge of what I want to do. Like I saw a regular
Yeah.
jail and a choice. I mean, obviously, it's because I'm like favored to Old Lincoln County. That's
Yeah.
that's the favorite jail I've been to. Um,
Yeah.
I've been to the other. I've been to all. I've been in Moundsville, I think. You know,
Hmm.
and the real one in Lima once, but that was a different story. But um, yeah,
That's what he has
I think I'm
his
more of a
Tanya
jail
moment.
and seminary type person. And the asylums are up there. Oh, it's all of them.
Yeah. It's pretty much any big building, historical building with amazing architecture,
Yes,
like Kirkbride asylums and all that kind of stuff.
yes.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I do like prisons. I think they're interesting, but the bigger they are, the harder they are to really investigate. I feel like we just spend most of our time milling around, and the older I get, the harder it is to do that. Like Mansfield, I mean, is you haven't been there yet. You haven't been able to investigate there.
Mm-mm.
Hopefully next year, like when we go to Parapsychon, maybe we'll break off and like try to get a little bit of a because you're allowed to like roam around and do a little bit of investigating.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've never even.
Yeah. So there's I think it's Devil's Hour production, or there's actually a production group that's running will allow you to go down into solitary, and they like while you're down there, and then they give you like your film. They
Huh,
like email it to you.
that's
So
pretty
that's
cool.
pretty sweet. Yeah. So you like at least check out solitary, which is a crazy area. But we spent so much time just walking around because you get the big tour, so you're already dead after the full tour, you know, and then like it's amazing there. It was hard for us just to figure out how to get back and forth between the smoking area and where we were set up in the convention.
Yeah,
But you just spend so much time, like you need days to really investigate their good. I'm not saying you're not going to come home with some sweet stories because I did, but
well, it's probably the
Old
same with
Licking,
Trans
you can,
Allegheny. You need more than just one night if you're really gonna investigate Trans Allegheny.
yeah, and that's got multiple buildings that I think they let you in like another. We there were two buildings I think we were allowed into when we went. There was like the main building and like the medical hospital building or
Hmm.
something behind it. So yeah, I just the more smaller and compact, the easier physically it is for me to get around. I prefer that, and that's why I love Old Licking. A
Hmm.
lot of steps, obviously, but it's not you don't get lost. Like you know where you're going.
Right,
It's easy to investigate there. It's active as F.
and the building is beautiful.
Right. John got the most likely to be haunted award from his job.
See, John's accredited.
Yep. Kids can be spooky. Yeah. Like the little girl with long, stringy hair and black eyes. If I ever see that, I'm done. Yeah, I think I'd be out.
I think
Definitely
I'd
fire to
quite literally be done as I die from a heart attack from it.
yeah, Moundsville, West Virginia Penitentiary. That's like my second favorite because I've actually been able to like I've seen and witnessed actual paranormal uh activity there. The last time we went there, though, it was like we were all set up for. They were taping uh, Paranormal Challenge, that Zach Baggins show that was there for a while, where like two teams were pitted against each other and they had to do challenges, and they didn't really win anything if they were chose the winners, just basically bragging rights. But there was so much equipment there. It just the whole feeling of the jail was off. Like it didn't feel active at all. Like they just scared everything away. There
Yeah.
were areas where you couldn't even get into because they had them blocked off for the production. So, but before that, the very first time I went there, I was actually, it was before I was even with a team. This is when I was going with people from work. We were like picking one big location, like every half a year, and that we would all put in money to and go there and travel and go there. So we were down in the one of the, I can't remember what wing it was in. It may have been the old wing, but it had like I think it was solitary too. But it had like they had their own tables for like lunch and stuff. But you could
Yeah.
walk completely around the cells.
It was a cage.
Yeah. So we're walking around and I thought somebody was in front of me because I kept seeing like the backs of their heels, but they were going so fast. And I got all the way around. I'm like, who's in front of me? And they were all just sitting there. Like we didn't you were the only one walking around, dude.
That's
Like
crazy.
what? I saw somebody walking in front of me. Like I was chasing them, trying to catch up with them to see what if they were feeling anything. And here I am witnessing activity the whole time. Didn't even know it. Yeah, we heard big bangs there. I think were you there with us
I heard the
at
bang.
that
I was
time?
there for the bang.
Yeah, it sounded like a jail cell shutting.
Yeah.
I've heard disembodied voices there.
That's where
Um,
that's where Dick was like, I'm gonna make you sit in this room by yourself to prove.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I was like, okay. I was like
right,
laid down on a bed, just chilled for like
yeah. Mike Penhurst was a game
oh
changer.
yes.
That was the first time. That was the first time. Like I didn't have any crazy. Like I didn't see any apparitions. A lot of like disembodied noises, and I've like quite a few like disembodied voices. But I think that was the first time I ever realized how much of an empathic ability that I doing this for so long that I have developed. I mean, there were just rooms where I just could not handle being in. And there's like aesthetically looking at them, it's not something that it was like super spooky because there were like a lot of rooms where like you just looked at like they looked like something out of the apocalypse, and you're just like, ugh, I don't like the way this room looks. But there are rooms I didn't like the way they felt. It
Tunnels.
felt yeah, the tunnels. Um,
Did you go
yeah, it
down
felt
into
just.
them?
Oh, he let us like peek into him and walk down a little ways, but we didn't like
We went
travel the whole
we went
length. Did
through
you?
a lot of it, yeah. We went through a lot of
Well,
it. I was
one of
always
the
afraid we
issues,
were gonna run into a homeless person more than anything.
right?
That's what they
One of the
kept
issues
saying.
we had there was a lot of like areas that were flooded at the time. Like there's a lot of standing water
Yes, there was
that
flooded. There was a lot of rain when I went to because it was a two
yeah.
night thing.
Yeah, but there were just rooms and areas where like I felt my stomach drop and I was super depressed. Like to the point where there was a couple where like I was actually like physically crying. No idea why. It's just the feeling of the place just gets to you, man. You start soaking all that negativity and just horrific feeling that those kids were going through. I mean, basically trapped inside of their own bodies, been physically trapped in their beds or, tied
I don't
down
like
to
to think
something
about
or
that.
yeah, it's just horrible. And I didn't front load myself with all the documentaries and stuff before I went there.
No,
You
there's
know,
just a sadness there.
right. And I'd actually talked to my mom and dad. Um they were separated at the time, but they both went to uh a Christian college that was not too far away from there. And they talked about how they like almost like every month one night they would go to Penhurst and like their choir would sing for the kids. I'm like, oh, that's a weird connection. But you know,
It
and
is.
actually I was born not too far. I was only born like maybe 10 miles away from that place. So I'm not saying that means anything, but there's a connection to that area. But yeah, it's just that was a game changer. Trans Allegheny is amazing. You could just hear that building like it's still in
in play.
It's still, yeah, it's still like nothing ever really shut down. There's still patients rolling around in wheelchairs and people talking and crying. And it's crazy. Dude, the elevator's working. Oh, that's that is like a beautiful song in my ears and to my knees.
Be at
That's
every
awesome,
building.
man. That's so cool. Awesome. That's good news. Linda's favorite hunt is Gettysburg. I, dude, I that is like on the top of my bucket list. And it's like a place you don't even actively have to investigate because I know people that aren't into the paranormal that have come to me with things that and audio recordings that are unbelievable. I had a guy that I worked with when I worked for a trucking company that ran Coke products to the different distributorships in the area.
Drug
And
cartel.
he's like, yeah, right. We ship Coke to and from. We can't really get into details. But no, Coca-Cola products. Your anti soda,
Yeah.
anti pop.
Tastes weird now to me.
Yeah.
I used to drink Coke all the time. I think that's what happens. If you start switching to one, the other one starts tasting weird.
Dude, I grew up on Pepsi and then I met Kim and she drank nothing but Coke and now I can't. Like Pepsi just tastes too sweet to me, but I digress. What was I even talking about?
I don't
Gettysburg.
know. I don't listen to
A
you.
guy bought a piece of audio because he was just recording like his experience. He took like the horse, like they have a carriage you can sit on that's run like it's moved by horses, a team of horses, and you get to go around the battlefield. And they'll stop at certain historical areas. And they stopped in an area where there's history of a skirmish that had broken out. There was nothing going on this day. There was no reenactments, nothing like that. They were the only ones out in the field besides maybe some tourists. But the recording he showed me is unbelievable. You could hear a full on people yelling and screaming. I didn't really hear any gunshots, but it sounded like guys yelling at each other like they would be in war, like to let them know what was happening, or just screaming in horror because of what was going on
Yeah.
around them.
I've never
And
even
he's
been
like,
there.
and like you can hear him, like, "Can you guys hear that?" And he's like, "There's another like just random lady." She's like, "I can't believe this is so crazy," but
That's
like they
messed
were the
up.
only ones that heard it, and he caught it on his cell phone.
That's cool.
He was just like recording it for like his vacation. I mean, that's what he was doing. But he's like, "Goose, you got to hear this, man. This is insane."
That
But
is so
yeah,
cool.
Gettysburg, because like you just got to have your cell phone. You can take pictures and find things. You can record if you want to, just record video, and you never know what you're going to come up with. Yep. Yeah, Smounsville, West Virginia Penitentiary,
Why am I
and that's
getting
it.
spam calls?
Oh, I had a lot of spam coming over on my work phone today.
It's like
Weird.
8:45, man.
Yeah. Rebecca, Sarah. Hopefully she's still on. I'm trying to keep up with these comments as best as I can. Has knocking ever been something unexplained yet heard just down the hall upstairs on the asylum for at Madison Seminary? Just wondering, as I have also as yeah.
Hmm.
We've heard everything. I mean,
Heard the
that's
latch on the fires or the not the fire
yeah,
escape, but the waiter thing, the dumb waiter. What was that called? Is that a dumb waiter?
yeah, yeah. There's a dumbwaiter on the one side, and the other side is the laundry chute.
Laundry chute, yeah.
I think it used to be a dumbwaiter, but it's more of a laundry chute now.
Yeah, the one on the Civil War
Yeah.
side is the dumb waiter and the
Hmm.
other side is the laundry chute.
Yeah, and I think it was Jeff Fent that was like recording it, like opening the door, opening and shutting on command.
Yeah, that was one. And then when I was doing who was I up there with? It was either the flashlight tour. We heard the latch
Hmm.
of that
Yeah,
like go. Like it was just us up there.
yeah, but yeah. To answer Rebecca's question, that's you can ask
Yeah,
me pretty much anything. Is this? Have you ever witnessed this at Madison? I probably have. Um, disembodied voices, knocks, footsteps. Like I said, I've had some crazy instances of being, I don't want to say possessed, just channeling, like absorbing energy and channeling energy that was pretty dark and negative. Um, it just, you get what you put in. You get back what you put in energy wise at Madison.
That's why I don't have any problems. I just walk around like, yeah, that's cool.
Right. Well, I mean, I go looking for the pockets of energy and I find them. And then unfortunately, sometimes I don't realize or I don't block myself good enough off that, like, I don't understand that that's like hardcore absorbing.
Right.
Cool. Stopped at Gettysburg on that's a freaking,
That's
that's
a
a power
door.
trip right there, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Dennis Soap said his house has gotten worse.
Just in
Damn.
general.
I'm assuming he means paranormal.
Oh, I was like,
Like it's a random. Yeah, yeah. A lot of times they'll get them direct response. See, Dennis says you will hear something mimic our voice, and oh yeah, yeah, weird. That's another thing that happens at Madison too. And
misdirection. Man.
doppelgangers. I
Yeah.
mean, people have seen Jeff Fent walking through the building, and he's not even there. You know, like, hey Jeff, and he just keeps walking, and it doesn't respond. But it's not really Jeff. It's a doppelganger. Jeff, maybe Jeff, and he put so much of his own energy in that
Yeah.
place too. I mean,
That's what I'm
Adam has
saying.
been seen. When you figure how much hard work these guys put into, you know, keeping this place running and standing, put a lot of hard work and blood and sweat and tears in this place. That gets absorbed into there too.
Yeah. They'll be part of that now.
See, Rebecca said it was by window. The owner took me beside to describe the interlocking mechanism that had to have been in place way back in the day. He was surprised in the moment as well. I mean, I can't say that I have had that exact experience, but I'm sure somebody has. I'm sure you're not the only one. I could do a whole show. I could do a whole series of shows based off of their experiences at Madison.
Yeah.
But I know it does. I've talked to Dennis about his house a few times, and I know it's a historical build, or it's like a historical home. It's an older home.
Really.
So, and Dennis, correct me if I'm wrong. It's an old farmhouse, right? So that's like another thing that one of my, like, I love the asylums and I love the prisons, but I also love the small older homes like Shalersville Historical Society.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's not
Yes.
a place you can get lost in, but there's so much energy there.
I like that. Like,
And
that kind of goes in that museum category
yeah,
a little bit, and I like
yeah,
those too, just because, well, especially the home style ones like Shalersville. It's a
yeah,
house, but it's full
hmm,
of history and it has all that stuff in there.
yeah.
And it's just a lot of stuff, a lot of
It's a lot to like kind of,
donations and
yeah. I mean, there's so many people who brought in like antiques that belonged in their family for
war
so
stuff,
long.
war
Yeah,
stuff.
like soldiers' uniforms and women's, evening gowns, like really nice clothes and just instruments and furniture and just all kinds of stuff that, people bring their energy in with that. I mean, that's there's in their family, for God knows how long. And it was important to them. And Mr. Gates, he was a dowser. Um he had his divining rod. He would find particular, like, specific, materials that they were looking to mine, or like find pockets of water when they were digging wells.
Still
And I
amazed how
picked
that
that
happened.
damn I there was a vibration to that thing when I picked it up, and it's just a piece of it's a stick. It's a wooden stick that he carved out in a long Y, and you pick that thing up, and you could just like, whoa, that feels weird. Like you tell it was just totally energized. His house was built in 1869, and the house next to his. Oh wow, yeah, so it's been around a long time. Now see that too. That can muddy things up too. So it's like, especially those areas, like we have a lot of fields and known, Native American burial grounds.
Yeah.
That's a lot of energy, man. That's spiritual stuff. A lot of people think that's why Moundsville is so active.
Right, because that's right across
That's
the street.
literally right across from a huge memorial Native American burial mound. I mean, that's why it's called Moundsville, for Christ's sake. It's literally named after the fact that they have a lot of burial mounds.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it because we got there at like close to midnight. That's when they let you
Yeah.
in, so it was dark.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to see it. I know it was that you kind of pointed me in the direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike wants to know what kind of equipment we use. I mean,
If I'm gonna think about it, if I was to say what am I gonna use, is my recorder and I hardly ever have a flashlight, so I always forget one. But my recorder and a flashlight.
yeah, we do a lot of burst EVP sessions. When we started off, we had the IR lights with the DVR system, and we had like
Camera.
I would walk around with like 3 or 4 different kinds of recorders. He had the big like fancy Zoom
Yep.
recorder, and we would set up like we were like ghost hunters investigating, like TV show style, because that was what was popular. It was a trend.
We thought that's what we were
But
supposed to do.
yeah, we thought, and we were like, and I think our goal was different back then. Like we were trying to document and like prove the existence of ghosts and stuff like that. At least that was the basis of why we started the group. But it just kind of, our journey sent us to a different place.
Yeah, now we know there's a
Now
ghost exist.
where we already know ghosts exist, so we don't really feel we need to prove it to anybody.
Yep,
So at this point, we're just going to interact with the spirits ourselves
and have fun.
and yeah, and we have fun. We're like a big family. We're not like a serious, like
Unless you need to
scientific,
be serious.
right? Like if we're trying to help somebody, which we don't really do a whole lot of residentials anymore. But like when we're doing like work at Shalersville, we'll try to like
Be
try to
polite.
get names and be
Yeah.
polite. We're always polite no matter where we go, polite and professional. But I mean, EVP recorders. I have like 3 different recorders, but I always go to my old Olympus. It's just the basic hit record stop.
Yep.
It's
Reminds
like,
me of Olympus from Radio
ABC.
Shack.
Right, exactly. That's what I have.
Yep, that's
Like
what
the
I have.
ABCD file.
Mm-hmm.
You doesn't even have a USB jack. You have to like literally, if I'm going to amplify it, I play it into my cell phone and just jack up the or play it back on a Bluetooth speaker. I do have a really awesome spirit box that was gifted to me by Jeff Fent. I don't have it with me, or I'd show you, but I mean, it's a beautiful piece of equipment. We always do we do a lot of sessions with that, to be honest with you. We use that quite a bit. Um, and I always kind of like, I've always been iffy, like before I started using this. I've always wanted one, but I was always kind of iffy with the spirit box stuff, the ITC research. So I started using this box though. Like when you turn a box on in like 30 seconds, you hear, "Hey Goose, come through on the radio." Something's up.
Yep.
It's working. Somebody's there. I call it my grandpa box because like my grandpa's World War II military pictures, like wood etched on the one side. It's kind of like a memorial box to him. And Jeff Fent did amazing work with this, and so we use that. We use different types of EMF detectors. I have like the EDI, the big blue box that has the geophone that measures vibration, temperature, and EMF spikes.
We probably use that the
It's
most.
pretty cool.
Actually,
we
I mean, we
yeah, we
always
do.
have that kind of running in the background. Maybe that's what.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing I trying not to get caught up on with it though is to like just having the spirit interact with that and like just be that being our investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to use it like it's meant to be, and just put it in a corner somewhere and let it do its thing. So that we start getting some activity, or if it starts going off, we know kind of generally in the area where something might be happening, but not using the box or the EDI device itself as like communication. But we do. I mean, sometimes we do. Sometimes we play games with it, like, okay, make the light go off when I get to a certain point when you want me to stop, and it's worked.
Or it
So
says
you can't
stop.
like,
Or I say,
yeah,
that
yeah,
one time I was
or
like,
yeah,
tell me when to stop.
right, yeah.
And 2 doors down, it told me to stop.
Mhm. But honestly, Dave, by the end of the night, we're usually just walking around, just observing, listening, talking amongst ourselves.
We're lazy ghost hunters.
We are, but again, like I said,
We have fun.
when your goal has changed to the point where you're not really trying to document or prove to anybody
We're,
anything.
we're just visiting.
Yeah, basically, we're visiting. We're trying to see what's up, where the party's at. Where's the ghost party? And it's funny too because we'll get a lot of EVPs when it's just us goofing around.
That's, I think, yeah, because like I think Denise says it all the time. Is like, hey, why aren't you guys paying attention to me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
like yeah,
effect.
right.
Hmm.
So it's really just real simple stuff, man.
Same with the tour. You're not really paying attention to what's going on. You're listening to the
Yeah,
tour.
we've had some EVPs where you've been recording, and we got some interesting stuff back too. Madison is a perfect blend of residual. Yeah, agreed. Been touched, seen shadow figures, heard and felt things. Yeah, and it's changed so much because I've been going there. We've been going there for years before Adam even bought the place, like with the old owners.
Mm-hmm.
We'd go and volunteer our time and like help clean up. Just in exchange for a free ghost hunt or whatever. We never accepted money. We would have public events there, host for Madison. They would keep all the money. We didn't keep a dime. It was just fun for us to share the building with other, you know, ghost hunting enthusiasts. But yeah, it's an amazing place. But it has changed so much, and like the Mad Crew has done so much historical research. Like we know what happened with this place, like the real
Yep.
stuff. It's not just the stories that the previous owners would tell.
And
This
it's
is
not
like
just the secrets.
right, right. So it's like just amazing stuff. And then on top of that, like another layer, they're bringing in a lot of donated and purchased antiques. Um, and Marcus Hogg and he owned why can't I think of the name of the place?
Greenwood?
Yeah, Greenville Funeral Home in Pennsylvania. And unfortunately, he was no longer able to continue to run it. He brought all that stuff all those antiques that he had put into that place, and it's sitting at Madison right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you got
I didn't know that.
Greenville. Yeah, you got Greenville stuff there. You got all the stuff that people have donated. You got all the stuff that he's bought. All those freaking antique wheelchairs. There's energy with those.
Mm-hmm.
So you already have other haunts on top of like what's like residential haunts, I guess you
Yeah.
could say. Just haunts that came with the building. Now you got haunts that have come from outside the building. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
That'd be crazy.
Oh wow, dude.
That's
So
crazy.
that's a pretty active area. That's awesome. I have gone arrowhead hunting with my dad, my uncle.
Have you ever found
We
one?
used to go. Never.
Me either.
I have never found one.
I
But I
have
know
all.
people like Dennis,
Yep.
our good friend, but I'm jealous of him right now because never found one. I know people that go out there and find them all the time.
I know people go out in
They
their
have
yards and find them.
I know they got displays all over their house. Like I found all these at this place, and
Yeah, I've
I'm
never
like, I
found
even
one.
been there. I've even been to that area, and I couldn't find shit. Maybe because you took all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I even look like when I'm walking around the city. You never know what's been dug up.
Rebecca
I'm just
said she had
hopeful.
her yeah. Rebecca said she had her iPhone voice recorder. Whatever records. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a DDR60. It doesn't have to be our favorite Olympus. It's whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you just find something that works for you. I
Cell phones
like
are
the
kind of
ease.
nice. Cell phones pick up. They're pretty sensitive.
Yeah, cell phones are sensitive. They're nice because you can. They're easy to download. Like you just put them on your computer and just like store them that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing wrong with cell phones except for cell phone ghost hunter apps. Those are junk. But
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, they're bullshit.
so I always tell everyone I can about the Cryptic Paranormal Show and trying to talk more people into going to MadCon because all of you guys I have met and been wonderful. Dude, you make me. Thank you. I just love hearing that. Thank you so much.
Stop stealing all the arrowheads.
Oh, you bet, Dave. No problem. And again, it's information, but honestly, this is stuff that we've learned from other people. I've read the books. It's great information, but the science of it just goes right over your head. It's a lot of it's, old school spiritualistic ghost hunters, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and they're geniuses in their field, but at the end of the day, we're just there to do our thing.
I have not read
I'm
the
not.
books.
We're not there to impress anybody. Another day. You guys have all heard my story. I read the books to put myself at ease because I couldn't talk to anybody
Well, I know
growing up.
we said that. I just
Yeah,
never have read the books. I
yeah,
know you had a reason.
right. Yeah,
I'm not like bragging that I've never read the books. Like nerd.
yeah, right. Christine said there is a lot of activity in places near the mountains in Heath, Ohio. I have some experiences I've had heard a lot more in workplaces near me. So glad that the mountains have recently got the historical recognition they deserve. Awesome. That's what we love to hear. So much Native American activity in the area from thousands of years ago and onwards. Yeah. Yep. Agreed. We live close to the Cuyahoga River. I mean, there's so much that has been discovered, so much more to be discovered. I mean, in Kent, we saw the signal tree, the Hopewell Mound, or in
Yes.
Turner's Woods.
Yeah.
That's that's right in the middle of a park. They try to keep respect. I know some people don't respect it, but yeah, even up here, close by us, anywhere you go, Cuyahoga Valley, there's mounds. I mean, very rich in Native American history in this area. Dennis says if he purchases his old place, we will be always welcomed to come and investigate. Ooh, you had me at homemade cooking, though, brother. I gotta tell you, that's always good. Just make sure you don't have cold cuts because he won't come.
No.
This guy over here, he won't come.
I'm not much of a diva too. I'd be like, no.
Right. I'm not eating there. But yeah, so yeah, cool. We've actually made it longer than I thought we would. I'll open it up for a few more questions if you guys. What, or
you
you gotta go?
you made it longer than you thought you would. I don't know if you noticed me in the last like 7 or 8 minutes.
I'm feeling it though, dude. Like my eyes, you can see my eyes. I look like I'm either stoned or about to fall asleep.
I'm just like,
Right.
like
Right.
keep talking, Ray.
Yeah. But yeah, we got MadCon 6 coming up. Guys, it's next weekend already. It crept up on us fast.
Amazing.
I've been looking forward to this so much because, like I said, I haven't done a whole lot this year. The year of doing more had become the year of I gotta try at least do one thing.
See, that's why I never promise anything. I don't have any goals.
I know, dude. I know. I just like the whole thing with the surgery kind of
Yeah.
all in my lap, and I've been trying to get that worked out. So that's been taking up most of my free days and everything else I'm trying to bank up for the actual surgery.
I don't have any goals.
But yeah, I mean, we're trying to definitely want to get out there and get more investigations done. And with our team Dark Alley, and then we like to do some lives with the show. I'd like to get back to the Wickyards again. That was an
Yeah.
amazing place out in Youngstown. That was pretty fun. Here, let me put that up. 727 Paranormal Life live feed Saturday. Is that on TikTok or Facebook, bud? TikTok seems the place to be
TikTok.
now.
That's what they call it on The Rookie.
The what?
The Rookie. I've been watching a new show on.
Oh, the TikTok.
Hmm?
Facebook. Got it. 8 p.m. Sounds good. So, guys, watch out for 727 Paranormal Life this Saturday at 8 o'clock on Facebook, on their Facebook page. Dennis said the best advice I got about ghost hunting and investigating the known was from Ray Gooseby. He said to try to surround yourself around good people and try to get involved in the community of the paranormal. You will pick up so much knowledge and will learn your own tricks along the way. And that is exactly the way I feel. Well, what are you shaking your head for, man? What's the grimace?
It's like, don't encourage him, Dennis.
I'm basically saying we all learn from each other.
I don't learn anything. I teach.
You know, you are the print shop certified professional.
That's right. No, I'm joking. Yeah, we do. Everybody learns from everybody.
That's the thing. You just everybody's got to be open minded about this thing. I can't even I can hardly go on Facebook and I actually look at what people are posting anymore because it's just about people ragging on each other or saying that they're so sick of the drama while they're sitting there being dramatic at the same time.
Those are my favorite, though.
So
those are
like,
deniers.
I hate negative people, but at the whole time
they're the denialists.
Right. Posting about how you can't be around negative people, but at the same time you're sitting there still complaining.
See,
so you're putting out that negative energy.
I never hide my negativity.
No, you put it out there in everybody's face. Everybody knows you're an angry son of a bitch.
Yeah.
The angry hermit.
That's right. Angry kitty, right?
The paranormal community is just as much about the living than it is the dead. I agree. You know, and I definitely have narrowed.
It should be.
Yeah.
But I mean, even complaining about it, I don't know.
If you're just out there doing your own thing, there should be nothing to complain about.
There you go.
You know, and I don't even care. Like, you do you, man. If you want to be a content creator and you're good at it and people dig your stuff, then good on you. Awesome. I'm not going to complain about it and say, like, yeah, why am I not getting so many followers? I'll tell you, because I don't post enough. I don't remember the last time I posted anything. We don't post anything, really.
And I don't have anything.
Yeah, right. So it's like, you know, everybody just do what you do and just like worry about yourself. Make yourself happy. Find your own joy in what you do. You can't, I mean, there's the minute you realize you're not out to impress anybody, then this thing gets to be so much more fun.
I know. I find joy in antagonizing people.
You do a good job, man. You must be the most joyous motherfucker I know.
I am so happy. I'm not as negative as I act half the time.
See what happens when Denise is in here?
I know, man. We've
been really good.
I've taken it over like the virus of negativity that I have. Without her positivity shining bright.
Right. But I like doing this just us thing too, because we get to hear your dulcet tones more.
Yeah.
Than we do when we have guests.
I think Denise is like actually doing some kind of alien ambassador shit tonight. Just can't tell us.
That's right. She's contacting her people.
She's a freaking ambassador for him, man.
Right.
She's doing some ambassadorship stuff.
Whatever, man. Somebody's got to do it because the government just wants to blow them out of the sky.
Right. If you wanted somebody to talk to aliens first, I think you'd want Denise.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to vote her into that position. Maybe it's like a government
Right.
actual position that they'll pay
Yeah.
for nowadays.
Right. It will be eventually. Thank you guys. Great conversation and good information. Can't wait to visit some of the places you talk about. You guys are awesome. Thanks, man. Don't forget we're on every Thursday night from 8 to 10, or well, 8 to question mark, depending on the situation.
And
We
we're not
definitely
even
try to start at least at 8 on time.
the best part of the show.
No, no.
She's not here.
Come back. Yeah, come back and check us out when we got Denise on. She is she's the mother hen that keeps us on track. All right, guys. Good things coming up. MadCon next weekend. We got our Dark Alley team's got a last minute investigation that popped up. So yeah, next couple weekends it's spooky season. I'm digging it. And then you know, oh, what else I got? November 11th. Saturday, November 11th, we got, or I have, and maybe they have,
I have a
the Old
wedding.
Mill. You do? Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
know you
did.
said
I
you
did
got the
check.
invite.
Yeah, I did check. It
I'm
is
just
the
waiting
11th.
on Denise. So at least I will be speaking at the Old Mill Parafest in Dundee, Michigan, at the Old Mill, and it's going to be a great time.
You should go see him.
Basically, I do what I do here. I talk to people. I interact. I'm not up there teaching anybody. I'm not lecturing anything. I just have fun
He's
and
up there
interact.
giving life lessons.
Yeah, right. Welcome to Paranormal 101. Ghost hunting 101. or I like to, this is how you don't ghost hunt.
Yes.
that's that's my angle.
There we
But
go.
anyways, yeah, we got that coming up November 11th. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, we'll see what happens the rest of the year. We'll try to get some more investigations in now that it's going to be a little bit cooler, and some of the places we go during the hot season will be a little bit more cooler.
We're delicate. We're delicate. Yeah. We've gone enough time now that we're like, we want the perfect conditions.
Right. We're old, man. We need good climate, and we need less stairs.
Yeah.
I'm looking for like a ranch style prison or seminary or asylum we can go to.
Just one floor, man.
Just one floor. And would it kill you to put an escalator in? I'm just saying. No, I mean,
Dude, if I had a haunted place, I'd put an escalator in.
Yes. Yes. That'd be awesome, dude. Just sit there and just go down around the first floor, just the whole length.
Yep.
Then you turn around, you get up, you go up to the next floor, and then just
walking's walking's overrated.
Like going to the airport or like
right.
the entrance at I don't know if you've ever been to Universal Orlando, but like when you get there, I mean you got to walk through the car parking area, but then you get there and it's like the airport. You have an escalator that just goes straight for a while, then you get off, take 2 steps, and then you're back on the escalator. And then it goes down a couple steps. I mean, it's like an escalator almost all the way till you get to the security.
That's cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about Old Licking. We got to get that scheduled now that I know that they have an elevator.
Yeah.
Even though I've lost a ton of weight, my knees are, as long as I keep my knees under wraps with the ortho, I'm good. But, the autumnal equinox is also coming. Yes. Flashlight tours, and that's when we will be doing our investigation. So we got some extra energies coming our way with the transition from summer to fall. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we get Kate, you, Sarah, everybody together. That energy will be flowing.
Yeah. So I got to get some things charging, man.
Yeah, you better.
Yep. I will be at
I plan on taking a nap while you guys are doing.
Nice. Thanks, and everybody who's out there investigating this weekend, you have a good time too. Hopefully,
yes,
it's active as F for you. Have fun at Flashlights, Mike. Yes, next year's our year for the solar eclipse. Is there anything else? I think we covered everything.
Nope. I think everybody should be well schooled and understand the paranormal now. There should be no
Yep.
questions.
Right.
I think our job's
That's
done.
for me. Y'all shut up and go home now. But
Bye.
yeah. Whoa, holy crap. Hold on. I just did something weird. Hold on. What did I do?
What'd you do?
I hit a button by accident and pulled up
Don't
a
hit that.
All right, crypto heads. We love ya. We'll spook you later. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix something right at the end of the show. For those of you getting me at MadCon, want to do it? You want to take us out?
Well, I think you're allowed to be an asshole just a bit.
I mean, if you're like trying to protect your family or friends, yeah, sure, be an asshole. But in general,
make fun of people. Wait, no, never mind.
No, forget it.
Yell at people.
Anyways, guys, don't be an asshole. If you're going to the MadCon,
don't be an asshole.
Saturday, we'll see you. A lot of new merch coming your way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Boy.